The first award that we will be announcing today is the Amy Mathers Teen Book Award. Amy Mathers was inspired by Terry Fox's and Rick Hansen's Canadian journeys. Working around her physical limitations, she decided to honor her passion for reading and Canadian teen literature through a marathon of books. In 2014, Amy read and reviewed 365 books. That's one book for every day of the year for those who are bad at math like me. And in 2015, the first Amy Mathers Book Award was presented. And we're so happy to celebrate the 5th anniversary of this important award. And here's a fun fact. The first Amy Mathers Teen Book Award went to Martha Jocelyn's teen novel, What We Hide. Now, before we introduce Amy herself, we would like to thank the 2020 jury members of the Amy Mathers Teen Book Award: Kathleen Martin, Tracy Schindler, and Joel A. Sutherland. And now, here is a special message from the award's founder, Amy Mathers.
My name is Amy Mathers, and the award that I founded, the Amy Mathers Teen Book Award. There were so many excellent Canadian teen books, but teens didn't know about them, and they weren't respected in Canadian literature, and they just needed somebody to champion them. Literacy has been a big part of my life. I've had medical struggles that I was born with. Reading was the one thing I did very well. My love of books just continued to grow, and I knew that books were a way to reach children and teens that they needed. I really, really hope that this money, the $5,000, supports you in your career, and that it will inspire you to write more books.
The 2020 shortlisted titles for the Amy Mathers Teen Book Award, sponsored by the Canadian Children's Book Centre, are All Our Broken Pieces, written by L.D. Crichton, published by Hyperion. The Candle and the Flame, written by Nafisa Azad, published by Scholastic Press. In the Key of Nira, Ghani, written by Natasha Deen, published by Running Press Teens. Keep This to Yourself, written by Tom Ryan, published by Albert Whitman and Company. Love from A to Z, written by S.K. Ali, published by Salam Reads. All right, and the winner of the Amy Mathers Teen Book Award is In the Key of Nira, Ghani by Natasha Deen, published by Running Press Teens. Congratulations to you, Natasha. In fact, here is a message from Natasha, who is speaking to us from the comfort of her own home in Edmonton, Alberta.
Hello, my friends. I'm Natasha Deen, and I am here with my novel, In the Key of Nira, Ghani, which is the 2020 Amy Mathers Teen Book Award winner. And I'm working very hard to sound dignified and like a grown-up and very calm. But if you could see inside me right now, you would know that I am screaming in disbelief and delight and spinning in circles until I get dizzy and fall down, because I cannot believe this honor, and I can't believe it. I am so amazed, and I am so grateful. Like, thank you so much. When I found out I was shortlisted, I went online and I was looking at the other nominees, and I was in such a state of disbelief that my book was sharing space with works of authors like L.D. Crichton and Nafisa Azad and Tom Ryan and S.K. Ali, and these are writers whose works are phenomenal, and I respect their craft, and to have my book sharing space with them was unreal. It was total bliss. It was total bliss. And I really want to thank the CCBC for spotlighting Canadian authors and Canadian children's authors and giving us space to tell stories that light up kids and teens and make them giggle and make them feel connected to the world around them. And to Amy Mathers, thank you so much for your tireless commitment and in spotlighting teen books, and for encouraging writers everywhere to keep going and to tell these stories and to just celebrate our cultures and our experiences. It is such a delight, and it is such an honor. And to the jurors, Kathleen Martin and Tracy Schindler and Joel A. Sutherland, I do not envy you at all, because Canadian authors are amazing and Canadian children's authors are awesome. I can't even imagine like the amount of reading, but also like trying to pare down that list, because I know how stellar our tapestry is. I know how amazing these works are. So thank you so much. Thank you for your time and your commitment again to just celebrating authors and celebrating kid-lit authors. It's so wonderful. Amy Tompkins, my agent, thank you for loving this project. Thank you for all the lovely things and polishing it. And to Running Press, my Running Press team, oh my goodness, Jilly Matasik and Allison Cohen and Valerie Howlett and Dominique Delmas and the amazing people that created this cover. Thank you for loving Nira. Thank you for being so supportive and polishing, and you made her sing. I mean, I know she's a trumpet player, but you made her story sing, and I'm so, so grateful to that. And I'm so grateful for this award and the shortlisting and the winning, because when I wrote Nira, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if there was going to be space for this kind of story. I wasn't sure if there was going to be space for a Guyanese protagonist, and to celebrate my culture and to talk about the fact that, yes, we totally believe that a cup of tea will solve everything. So to my mom and dad, thank you for all the cups of tea. Thank you for not grounding me when I put in the barbecue story. And to my family and friends and my husband for the endless cups of tea. Thank you so much. And to the readers who reach out to tell me that Nira has connected with them, that they feel uplifted by her story, thank you. And to all of the writers out there who are not sure about their story and facing writer's block and maybe I shouldn't write this, yes, please. Yes, please write your story, because the world needs your light and the world needs your voice and the world needs all the love you give in your work. So thank you. From me and Nira, thank you very much.
Well, Natasha, there's one thing to say. That speech was very dignified. You nailed it. And this story is it's personal to me, because the book revolves around someone who grew up with immigrant parents. And as a son to two immigrant parents myself, I can 100% relate with the expectations that were placed upon me. Sorry, Mom and Dad, I'm not a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer, but I'm having a great time up here. I totally relate, and I feel like this book will be very relatable for all of the readers.